Take two, guys. We're here at 15 rounds of Flambé, Aaron and Matthew. Take two because, sometimes, it takes us a few times to get this right in this opening. Thank you, Skype. Thanks for
Yeah, that's going to be
never
a
let me down.
future to watch.
Let me down, Skype. Just thanks again. Starting out the show today, everyone, we're going to go ahead with an old adage, I'd like to say. Well, I don't like to say it. The late, great Yogi Berra claimed it. Deja vu all over again, Matthew. I feel like we were here with this Joey Bosa character a couple weeks ago. Something about him not signing a contract. And I don't think there's a contract anymore.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Like you said, like with Joey Bosa, this has been an ongoing thing since training camp, since OTAs. He's remained the only draft pick unsigned, and today the San Diego Chargers withdrew their contract from their third pick, first round.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when you think about San Diego and the Chargers and the way all the turmoil they've had with the field and the big. Remember last year when it was supposedly their last game and guys were on the field and they were laying out and the big dispute when they cut Eric Weddle, the longtime that had been there, and all the crap that went in with that, and they're trying to keep the team in San Diego and play another year and we can work it out, and they can't even. Maybe this is why San Diego and them are just like not even here when it comes to not together when it comes to keeping the team there, when they can't even get on the same page as their first overall pick. I mean, Bosa has the tools and the potential, like we said before, to be a bona fide star in this league, but he was also going to be the guy that you bring in that change the organization, help the organization move along, that maybe once in a franchise kind of player that you get. Like, don't get me wrong, Phillip Rivers has had a great career, but Phillip Rivers is still the only quarterback from that first round of his draft to not wear a ring, and not to wear not only just one ring, 2 rings. Both guys have 2 rings. So, and it's, I know it's a tough thing to swallow, tough pill to swallow because he has AFC Championship games and everything, but this is a bad look for everyone wearing a Chargers uniform.
Yeah, like as reported by the USA Today, like the issue was between the two sides, Bosa and the Chargers, was the draft pick with only draft. Oh, I'm sorry, one stat. I actually don't have the stats, so I'm sorry.
No, but wow, that's normally a mistake I normally make. But but the thing that got me was the fact that, and I remember reading that the money that they had on the offer table was going to make him the second highest paid rookie outside of Carson Wentz, who got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles second overall. The thing that also got me with that was also they talked about the money he was going to get, and the fact that the contract, which is why I got pulled off, was predicated around him playing the majority of the season. You missed OTAs, you missed rookie camp, OTAs, training camp, first 2 preseasons of the game. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're training well. I don't, you could have a Sensu being Goku training you, all that good stuff. It don't matter. You are not playing in week 1. You are not contributing to that team until at least week 2 or 3, because your body's not even not only not at the speed of playing contact football. You're a guy coming straight into the league who has never even seen the blocking schemes, the speed of the game, the techniques that are used in the NFL level by guys that are 8, 9, 10-year pros on the offensive line. And so this is just a mess.
I mean, like it's interesting because he said he was going to become the highest paid rookie besides the number 1 pick.
No, besides number 2 pick. That's Carson Wentz.
I mean, that's interesting because like Wentz, he went to Philadelphia, and there's a chance that he's not going to be dressing on like the week 1 Sunday. So Bosa probably, would have had a greater impact. He would have been like the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
And it's just there's so many issues with the Chargers. The Chargers, like you said, have had like maybe just so many issues with like player management and front office issues. And I saw that earlier announced that Damian Square, one of the defensive linemen, was suspended 4 games for the substance abuse.
That did actually come on today too.
Defensive lineman not going to be there. And it's interesting because I was reading a quote a while back when this situation first started, like making some headway, making some noise. Antonio Gates was quoted as saying to the San Diego Union Tribune, "Be a man, just sign your contract so we can just get this thing going on with." But then Phil Rivers, he said that we know it's a business, and paraphrasing, he said we would welcome him in. So the players know that this is all like a business. They want to get their money, but you also want to help the team. So it's just a really tough thing to juggle, I guess.
He's not helping nobody right now, not even helping himself.
No. In a recent interview with ESPN, cornerback Josh Norman continued calling out some of his old foes from the past. And what are your thoughts about some of the people he called out in his interview with ESPN?
I mean, Josh Norman has kind of I don't know. I don't want to say made a donkey's rear end of himself, but he's made a little bit of a donkey's rear end of himself. It's just he came in, and I've been on record, and I've said last year he was the best cornerback in football. I truly think that last season. No, I do. 1-on-1, and don't get me wrong, I love Patrick Peterson. I'm a huge Darrelle Revis fan. I'm a huge Richard Sherman fan, and all Aqib Talib, all these guys that are great at the position. But last year, in the same vein, or I'll say in the same way that Darrelle Revis was the best cornerback in the game, during one season a couple years ago, I think it was that way with him. I said he shut down almost everybody he went up against. He got into the head of Odell Beckham Jr., which I personally don't think is hard to do. But I just think he was bar none one of the unspoken leaders, or not even unspoken, but one of the really leaders of that team that got to the Super Bowl last year.
And I like you know how I feel about Josh Allen. I'm not the biggest fan.
You don't like Josh Allen.
I'm a Giants fan and everything, but like going by like leaders on that team, he called out the Panthers management. He talked about how the team seemed to focus more on Cam and Luke Kuechly, like for endorsements and advertising, things like that. They were just going to those two. They were
I did say that he's making a donkey's rear end of himself.
I mean, he said like mostly focused on Cam and Luke, and he said everyone gets a say in DC. So
yeah, because all right, but let's put this into perspective. And honestly, I'm glad you brought that point. Let's put this into perspective. When you look at it from this standpoint, the Carolina Panthers have a future. Not even future. He's a superstar right now. Linebacker in Luke Kuechly. That is one defensive player of the year. Been seen as the best linebacker in the game of football right now. Then they have literally the most polarizing player in the league. One of the most polarizing players, not only just in the NFL, in all of American sports. That's what Cam Newton is. And now you're gonna go to a team in Washington that has, I guess, their biggest claim to fame being the controversy about the team name, and you like that from Kirk Cousins last year. Obviously, they're just trying to see who, at this point, they're just picking names out of a hat, so obviously everyone's going to have a chance to be an endorsement or get on a commercial. Well, barring any more technical difficulty issues here we got going on, and short segments here, we're going to dive into our last one for the day, talking about the series out west between the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. The Giants and the Dodgers are, they go back to when both teams were in New York. It's a huge rivalry, and then Yankees Red Sox. But, it's the West Coast version of Yankee Red Sox, I guess. Sorry, LA. But at the same time, going into it, the Giants are playing like, what would you say, man? What would you say the Giants are playing like?
I mean, going back to just Dodgers-Giants, I know Dion gets mad at me when I talk about this, but just reading all the stories and history of Giants and Dodgers, I kind of wish they stayed in Brooklyn and New York, even though I didn't see them, or neither did our parents, but I just wish they stayed in New York.
Brooklyn, maybe the Dodgers staying in Brooklyn, but the Giants New York isn't big enough for 3 baseball teams.
I mean, just looking at the big issue between the Giants is just that the Giants were leading the division by 8 games going to the All-Star break, and now they trail by 1 to the Dodgers. And it's not like the Dodgers
it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Oh.
Yeah, it's not like the Dodgers are playing lights out. They're not the 27 Yankees. Like they're only 3 games over 500 since the All-Star break.
The one thing go ahead.
They're missing the best pitcher in baseball, Clayton Kershaw.
Best pitcher in the regular season. In the regular season, Clayton Kershaw.
He is the best pitcher in baseball.
In the regular
I'm not
season.
having this debate right now.
He's the best pitcher in the regular season.
Giants have just been an abysmal 11-23. Brandon Belt's not hitting. Hunter Pence not hitting. Buster Posey's not hitting. And their bullpen, their closer, has 6 blown saves. And they have 6 losses when they were leading games by 4-1. So it's just...
Stop giving me stats about the Giants. Oh, man. Like, I knew it was bad, but wow. The thing that gets me about the Dodgers, I'll go on them for a second, is they really weathered the storm, especially after the whole Yasiel Puig thing and him having to get sent down to AAA and them dealing with all of the rigmarole that came out of him. The one person that I really want to, because I do think that Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher in baseball during the regular season. Look at the record. I'm sorry.
Not even just regular season, just
in regular season. But when you boil down of how these guys have come around, how they've come together, Adrian Gonzalez just hit 2-3 home runs the other day. You got Chase Utley, who's kind of really had a revitalization of his career, because I thought Utley was done after he left. Not even after he left Philly. Those last couple of years in Philly, I thought he was done. And it really kind of actually off of the year that they went to the World Series and lost to the Yankees, where if they would have won that World Series, he would have been the MVP because Utley hit the cover off the ball in that World Series. But like the last year or two after that, he kind of just nosedived, and now his career has really got new life breathed into it. His career has new life out in LA for the Dodgers, and I think that's really admirable. And I think the Dodgers will, I think, at the end of the day, take the division. But it's still a rivalry.
I'm pulling for the Dodgers, even though we didn't really watch these teams growing up. Just going back to Brooklyn, I always like the history of the Dodgers. And
really?
I'm just
That's what you're
gonna
say? The history of the Dodgers?
I always defend Clayton Kershaw. I'm a big Clayton Kershaw fan. I think he's obviously the best pitcher in baseball. He has been for a long time.
He can't win in the playoffs. I don't want anybody that can't win in the playoffs.
Knowing that, but Clayton Kershaw has been the best pitcher in baseball, and it's just. I'm glad to see Dave Roberts in his first season of the team, because when he was first hired to replace Don Mattingly, now in Miami, it was a little criticism, because the Dodgers are one of the, say, top 3, top 5 most popular, most well-known franchises in baseball.
I would say number 3 behind the Yankees and the Sox, to be honest with you.
Yeah, unlike Cubs, and then they're
the Cubs. Okay, so maybe 4.
And I mean, to hire someone. This is, I believe, his first managerial job. It's not like they went in to get like a veteran.
No. He was with the Padres. He was the manager of the Padres.
Yeah, that's true. But still, going from the Padres to the Dodgers is still a really big leap.
Yeah.
And to see him handle like his best starter going off for a long time with the injury, seeing the whole distraction of Puig, and then still coming back to lead the division and beat Madison Bumgarner yesterday 5-9. It's just I'm happy for him.
No. I mean, like. I don't know, I'm bittersweet because I every time I think of Dave Roberts, I think of him stealing the base on Mariano Rivera in 2004. I can't lie. I used to really like Dave Roberts until that play, and now I just like I can't. Yay. Yay, Dave Roberts. Well, thank you again for joining us here on Flambé. We had as usual, unfortunately, we had some technical issues in that second clip, but we keep trucking through. You guys, get hit in the back. Got to take the next punch and take the tap. So again,
say with the new Robert De Niro movie coming out, and one of my favorite actors. Just that reminded me of the Rocky movie. Just learn to take a hit, keep on going.
Robert Downey. Wait, he wasn't Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Hands of.
He wasn't in Rocky.
I forgot what it's called, but it's about the No Mas fight with.
The No Mas fight. He said Rocky. I was like, that's Stallone. But no, I get what you're saying now. I get what he's saying. This one here. But basically, guys, thanks again for watching. We will be back on Friday. I'm gonna be celebrating. Birthday tomorrow.
Just quick stop. Aaron's birthday is on Thursday, so just wish Aaron a happy birthday. So, happy birthday, Aaron.
I'm not excited. But thank you, dear brother. Even though I know you're gonna call me tomorrow anyway. I have such a great day planned, guys. I'm gonna be at work. But yeah, tomorrow's my 24th, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. Probably gonna do something this weekend with a bunch of friends. But other than that, thanks again for watching. We will see you guys. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. There it is. Yay. We'll see you on Friday.
All right, see ya.